It's good to see y'all. I'm glad you're back here. Just like I said yesterday, I kept you a seat and the table is spread. So I hope you brought your appetite with you, because remember that breakfast is the best meal of the day. That's why I'm coming to you every morning, But this could be a midnight snack, or it could be brunch, or it could be lunch, because man can't live on bread alone. And so here we go, right into it. Jesus is telling us in Matthew chapter 7, verse 24, he says, therefore, everyone, not just some, but everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them, remember this, puts them into practice is like a wise man. Remember that too. Is not a wise man, but is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. So I want to point out something when he says, therefore, everyone who hears these words. Well, Romans chapter 10, verse 17 says that we know that faith comes by hearing, and that is hearing the good news about Christ. That's how we receive faith. We know to come somewhere when somebody says, hey, come over here, or hey, come help me. You know what I mean? But think about it. Think about if that person just says, hey, come help me, and we never respond and go help them. How are they going to look at us? They're probably going to call out to somebody else. And so James chapter 1 verse 22 says, don't merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Because Jesus said, therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice. And so James is encouraging us to not just merely listen to the word. And this is the powerful thing. And he says, and so deceive yourself. It's one thing to lie to somebody else, but it's another thing to lie to ourselves. There's that old saying, unto thine own self be true, because we can't. It's horrible. Let me just say that. It's horrible if we're lying to ourselves. And so that's what James encourages us. He says, hey, brother, hey, sister, don't just merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. And so here's a little illustration. Let's say that you went to the doctor, and the doctor prescribed you some life-saving medicine, and you took the prescription and you read the label, every morning, you read it every night. You even told others about it. But what good would it do if you never swallowed that pill? Y'all, the Word of God tells us to humbly accept the Word, which has the power to save our souls. I love y'all. I pray that you'd like it, comment, and share it.